Happy September 1st. I'm here in the office by myself, for it is a Friday. Because I'm making mini clay food, and I wanted to make the best mini clay food I could. So it's taking a little bit of extra time. I've given myself an extra day to be making this stuff, so thus I'm in on a Friday. All that aside, I'm gonna go see Dimension 20 twice. I was gonna like build up to it and explain the backstory of how that's happened, but I just got a message from my friend who I'm going with saying that she's secured tickets for a second date. So I'm now gonna go see Dimension 20 live, once in Manchester, and then 3 days later, again in London. Also, I'm going to New Zealand this month. Hello, it's me again. It's been a while. In fact, I'm not sure I filmed anything at all this month. Why? There was a big heat wave, and I didn't enjoy it. Anyway, I'm back in the studio. This time I've got a beach ball. Why? That's a very valid question, actually. I can't wait to find out. We got an M.
Oh, hello.
In her fancy new apron. Given that it is second week of September, obviously we are already knee-deep in Halloween stuff, which is fun for the whole family, even though it has felt like the height of summer the past 8 days. But we've made it through, and we soldier on, and now I need to open some paint and get pretty messy, actually. So this is foam clay. It looks and feels like pre-chewed chewing gum, which is definitely one of the more upsetting consistencies that chewing gum can be. Hi.
Hired to make the kind of stuff that I normally make. How sexy for them.
Okay, absolutely minimal amount of context. Charlie sent us a video of a dog wearing fairy wings from TikTok, and to which I replied, haha, imagine if we drew all of our pets kind of like the Cicely Mary Baker flower fairies from that old book. Anyway, things spiraled out of control pretty quickly, and I found my original copy of the book. And when I say my original copy, what I mean by that is, to Chloe, happy birthday 1998 with love from Nanny and Grandad. My Nan and Grandad know me very well, and I've been pretty consistent since I was a child in that I've loved art and drawing, and I've loved fairies and fantasy. So my Nan and Grandad got me this fairy art book. It's very well known and popular, at least here in the UK. It's one of those things where it feels like if you were an art kid and are now like an art adult, this book was really part of your formative years. Like, it's so consistent. So I'm going through it now and sending like the odd pictures to Charlie to be like, remember this one? And it turns out, and I have a very clear memory of this, part of teaching myself to draw was when I got this book on my 8th birthday, I went through the whole thing and then I folded down the corners of all the pages of the fairies that I wanted to draw the most, so I could go back to them, practice drawing by copying them essentially. And if you look 25 years later, they're still there. And do you know what? I stand by all of these choices. Like, my taste in fashion and fantasy has literally not changed at all. I was destined to be a fairy cottagecore girly. Oh my god, look at that one. What? How old are these? Holy shit. These might be 25-year-old flower petals from my nan's garden. No, they must be more recent than that. They can't have lasted that long. Or maybe they just have. And then, because I was looking at this anyway, I looked at the other books that I have and found the other formative book from my childhood / teenage years, and that is Good Fairies, Bad Fairies by Brian Froud. It is a reversible fairy art book, and again, you can kind of see where I get my fantasy vibes from. So I'm going to New Zealand in 4 days, and I think it's only really just starting to dawn on me. Although I've been kind of like mentally clocked out and in vacation mode for about 2 weeks now. So I'm flying to see my mum. My mum lives in New Zealand, and because of the wonders of technology, I've been able to stay in contact with her, video call her, etc, etc. I think it's only now just dawning on me that I've actually not seen her in person for nearly 4 years, and I've not visited her in New Zealand for 6, 7 years. currently in Bath. The place, not in a bath. What happened was Auntie Donna is doing a UK tour. All of their London dates previously I couldn't make because I'm going to New Zealand. So Amy and I realised that we can go to one of their other dates here in Bath and make a day of it and basically travel out here, spend the day looking at Bath because it's incredible, and then go and see the show. Then Auntie Donna added more tour dates that I was able to go to, and then I did, as you saw, but we're going to see him again. So here we are, little day out in Bath. Was that funny, babes? It's all kicking off at Craft Factory. There she is! There she is! Here at Craft Factory, Halloween starts on 20th of September, sharp. Oh, there we go. Basically, we've been making Halloween crafts the past couple of weeks, and today we're filming a big end shot to go at the end of those videos, which is essentially going to be a faked Halloween party. I mean, the glamour is all very real. The costumes are real. That's the thing, like, we still have to make the party happen, so that's what we're doing today, and there's a lot of us in. Chris, who are you?
You know.
We're almost ready. we think.
Oh wait, can I have a Hades? That looks so good. So dramatic.
Right, so what do you know?
I can't guarantee it will stay, but no.
Hi. I have made it to Hong Kong. One flight down, 2 to go. In fact, that might be my plane now. Not deliberately, but I was awake for the entire 11 hours of the flight, watching various movies, playing on my Switch, and then we landed in Hong Kong, and the pilot gets on the announcements, and it's just like, there'll be a slight delay in taxiing to our assigned gate. It could be about half an hour. For some reason, that was the last straw for me, and I just went, okay, and that's when I fell asleep. So I've had about half an hour sleep in the past, I'd say 22 hours or so. I'm hoping this next leg of the flight I will sleep pretty well. It all depends on, honestly, the chairs. Tabitha. What have you got on your head? Oh, fluff. What is that stance? Why are you power posing? And here I am, on my first full day in New Zealand. My mum and Dave picked me up from Tauranga. We came back here to lovely grey Rotorua. Just had a pretty early night because I was awake and in the air for a full calendar day. It's spring here in New Zealand, which is obviously very confusing, and I'm just sitting outside on my deck. There's my bedroom behind me. So this is where I've stayed every time I visited since, gosh, 2005. It's having a fairly easygoing day. We went to Spotlight, bought some fabric and some thread. My mum has her own sewing room, so she's going to make me some more skirts, kind of like this one. I went to Kmart. They have so much Halloween stuff, and I'm going to play on my Switch for a bit. The thing about having a parent living in New Zealand is that after a certain amount of time, the thing that I like most about being in New Zealand is just existing in New Zealand. I'm home, basically. I like the calm days as well as the activity days, and today's definitely a calm day to just breathe and enjoy, and there goes a plane. Hello. The other thing about having a parent live in New Zealand, specifically Rotorua, for the best part of 2 decades, is that I now have grown up with a strange sense of nostalgia for the smell of sulphur, which is very present today. It does just smell like eggs, but it makes me very happy. It's sewing time. I'm getting a new skirt made. Hi. Hi. Your feet are so small.
In theory, you can actually sew over pins that are put across horizontally, but I don't take the risk just in case the needle does hit it, you break the needle.
Hello. Speaking softly because the parents are asleep. Pretty chill day today. Went into town for a bit, went to Spotlight, went to Countdown, went to the Dollar Star, which are just some of my favourite places to visit when I'm here in beautiful Aotearoa. I was pretty ill yesterday, so not much to report there, but tomorrow, in fact 12 hours from now, we're going to Wellington. Me and my mum are going to Wow Art, or Wow Arts. It's an amazing wearable arts festival, which I'm very excited for. We've been trying to go for years, but in 2017 we missed it by about a week just because my flights didn't line up right. And then there was like this little, I think it's called a pandemic, but now we're finally going, which is very exciting. And they stuck the landing. Oh no, there it is. That's a person.
Sounds surprised.
Oh, try the falcon.
You got one of just you?
Whoa. Whoa. Ow. Wow. There we go. Wow. Wow.
I think they won one of the festivals.
Ding, 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 ding.
Welcome aboard the Wellington cable car.
They're cheering for the view. It is a good view, isn't it? Well done. There it goes. London buses sure look different these days. Done it. Mm-hmm. Hi. Ew. There's one. These are your very own Seville oranges, aren't they?
Very own Seville oranges grown by me.
3 so far.
3, 4, 5. Right, we'll go and weigh those.
Back in Rotorua after a pretty spectacular couple of days in Wellington. And the sun's out. First time since I got here. And today we're going to make marmalade. Then I believe we're going on a spa day, or a spa afternoon, or a spa evening.
Looks a lot, but of course you only ever eat like a tablespoon at a time. We're going to cut it, and it takes forever.
One, two, three. Was it cold enough? Ooh, mud. So we take this bowl of mud, and we just spread it on our arms and legs and wait for it to dry. He's gonna fall asleep like that, right? Goodness me.